Friends and family, we just wanted to hop on real quick before we get into this amazing episode with Nora Mclnerny. I mostly wanted to jump on here and address what happened in last week's episode with Trisha Paytas. I wanted to apologize again to all of the teachers out there that I may have offended or hurt. I've lost a lot of sleep and cried myself to sleep a lot, not because of internet hate. I'm used to that. But thinking or wondering or knowing that I hurt so many innocent people with my words when I got heated in a conversation about a specific teacher that hurt her feelings. So I want you to know that I'm on this platform and I hear and recognize how powerful my words are. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings, especially teachers. I love teachers. My dad was a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher, but I couldn't imagine nowadays what it's like to be a teacher, to go to school every day in fear. And they're so underappreciated, underpaid. They go through so much. And I hope you know that I'm not on this platform trying to spread hate to all teachers. I love all of you, and I'm working on myself every day. We're working on ourselves to be better people. I'm trying to spread love and happiness and joy, and I will work on myself moving forward, and I'm so sorry. There's no excuses for my words, and I hope someday y'all can forgive me in your own time, and I'm going to try to be better every single day. And thanks for calling me out, and thanks for helping us. We see that you care about us. And thanks for listening to our pod.
That was great. Yeah, it's called Working On It. We're continuing to work on everything every day. And yeah, I guess there's a lot of you guys listening and paying attention and watching, and we appreciate you. And yeah, I love you, Megan. You're a great person, and I know that you don't really have many hateful bones in your body at all. So
Thanks, bro.
Okay.
All right. So we have Nora Mclnerny coming on this episode. She's amazing. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for letting us pop in really quick to say sorry again.
I love you, Megan.
We love you guys.
I love you guys.
Love you.
I've been working on it. Working on it. I've been working on it. Working on.
Friends and family, welcome back to another episode of Working On It. I'm Megan's brother, Ryan Trainor.
And I'm Megan. Are we doing this every time now?
Come on.
I'm Meghan Trainor. I'm 7 months pregnant, and I'm feeling it. And we have an amazing, brilliant guest today that we're so lucky to have. She flew here to be here. She is my bestie, and I met her for the first time today because she knows everything about
in person.
me.
Yeah, you guys have
in
been hanging
person.
out.
Sorry,
Virtually.
I met in person. She is the co-writer of my book, Dear Future Mama. She's the reason this book exists and is so freaking awesome. Please get a copy. Her name is Nora Mclnerny.
Yeah, that's you.
That's
She,
me.
I don't know all your, I need to write it down, but like you win awards for your podcast. Terrible. Thanks for asking. Right?
Yeah.
Your first book, was your first book ever My Husband's Tumor?
No, that was a website. That was a Tumblr.
I'm on your Wikipedia.
I am
and I'm
oh
failing.
wow. Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, your book.
I never want to see my Wikipedia as long as I live.
It's not updated, so I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Guys,
I think it has
text
like
me.
my old last name on it, but no, my husband's tumor was a Tumblr I started.
Oh,
That's how I'm a
back in the
senior.
Tumblr days.
I'm a senior millennial.
Okay.
Okay, I was.
Oh, no happy endings.
No Happy Endings was my second. My first book was called It's Okay to Laugh, Crying is Cool
Crying
Too.
is cool too.
I
Okay.
wanted to call it Terrible Thanks for Asking, and the publisher said that was too negative for a book where my husband dies.
It's okay to
Right.
laugh. Crying is cool too.
So I kept that name.
wow, smart. That's
it
my,
meant-
I like that name better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if in 2016 Terrible Thanks for Asking would have really hit as a title. it was published in May 2016. I think like maybe a little later, right? In
Yeah.
2017, that could have
I
been.
guess now we're all talking about how we are sad.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
Because
time,
like I'm
they
like I would
were-
buy that yesterday. But
Right. At the time, they're like, your husband died, but like, could we punch it up a little? Right? Like
oh my
that
God.
does.
And you go. It's
bum
okay to
people
laugh.
out.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Let's brighten that
Yeah.
mood up, huh, Nora?
Yeah. Would
Wow.
you
okay.
mind? Would you
Then which
mind?
one was
Yeah.
next? Then no happy endings was next.
No happy endings was next because I had remarried and had this blended family, and people really, I think I was afraid people would think that my grief for my first husband had expired, and so it
because
had
you had
right
found a new person.
yeah, because I'd found a new person, and I was really conflicted about that myself,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I grew up with parents who had been married till the day they died, right? Like lived their vows. I didn't see myself when my husband died falling in love again. That wasn't like
Yeah.
a goal of mine. I was like, great, I had a Daryl,
Yeah.
right? I was like, well, I did it once. That was enough for me. Maybe I'll find someone to have sex with me and kill spiders around the house, and
Yeah.
I'll just raise my son and do whatever I do. And I did feel conflicted about it. I felt really strange about it that I could love two people really deeply and feel so much sadness and so much joy and hope all at the same time.
Wow.
And I was afraid of being judged, but I was also judging myself. And that's kind of what that book is about.
You're an icon. You're
Yeah.
a legend. I picked you before I knew any of this about you too.
Isn't that wild?
I found out like months later. I was
Yeah.
like, her husband passed, and then I was like, there's a whole thing about it. Like she talks about this, and they're like, she's done TED Talks. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I listened to
who
your
did he
TED Talk
pick?
Yeah.
recently. Moving on.
you're an icon.
Yeah, we don't move on from grief. We move forward with
Right.
it.
Yeah, I feel like, did you happen to listen to that TED Talk by
I
chance?
skimmed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went in and out. It was so
Not-
sad.
It's not that long.
sometimes.
No. That's
Yeah.
see. Well,
If I
the reason why
lost
she
Daryl, I
has
would
to skim through it is
fucking
because
leave.
that reality is her nightmare.
My
And
nightmare.
Oh, yeah. of
death in
course.
general.
Guess what? I would have never watched that.
Yeah.
dude.
ever. I would fast forward
But so many
through.
people need that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but before it happened, before Aaron was sick, when my life was just like normal, there's no way I could have stomached watching that or even knowing about stuff like
Wow.
that.
I guess
it
I'm
hit
kinda
so
like-
fast.
Yeah.
Was it one of those because I couldn't listen about
Yeah.
it because it was too sad?
Mhm.
Was it one of those that was like you went to the doctor and they're like, it's over?
Not even. Not even. He was at work. He had a seizure. His friend texted me, and I thought he was joking because they worked at an ad agency and they were idiots. Like we were really young. And I was like, yeah, he's had a seizure. And he was like, no, really, he's having one right now. And I was like, and yeah, he went to the hospital and they checked his whole, they're checking everything out. And they're like, maybe it's his heart. And we were like, okay, yeah, good. You can always get a new heart. Like we're
Yeah.
just so dumb.
You
We
buy
were
one
like,
of
oh, great.
those.
Yeah, heart, fine,
Yeah.
fine. It was Halloween and we literally were like, can we hand out candy tonight? They were like,
Jesus.
no, you're not leaving.
Yeah.
And then they found out it was a brain tumor and then they sent it away. And truly up until the moment that we met with an oncologist, right? Even making the appointment, Ryan, I was like, well, only an oncologist can tell you that you don't have cancer. So until the moment where they said it out loud, I was like, he doesn't have it. It was just
It's
a
just
weird
complete denial of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
everything's gonna be fine.
Like,
everything's gonna be
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I think I would do the
Fuck.
exact same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when our dad got hit by a car a few years ago, I was just like, he's fine.
Mhm.
Like my first instinct was just like, nice, he's
Yeah.
fine.
And then
She
we
was-
FaceTimed him and I was
You
like,
were like,
oh, he's
it's
not
over.
fine.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he's good. He's
Yeah.
good. Like until you like see it in person and like
Mm-hmm.
it's, and he turned out fine. Once I saw him talking, then I was like confirmed
He
in
just
my
looked
brain.
rough.
Yeah, it just
I was
doesn't
like,
look good.
He's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But it
and-
is that it's like
But
a
how
human
much time
condition
did
of
you
like,
have?
no.
And tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
if you
Oh
wanna
no,
talk
it's
about
fine.
any
I
of
love
this.
talking about this. Like I love
Okay.
talking about Aaron. He was so fun. Like you would have loved him because he knows
you
so
told
much
me,
more
I
about
literally
pop
cried
culture.
that day. You were like, he would have loved you.
He
And
would
I
have.
was like,
He was like when I like Matthew, my current husband. Like I played him your songs, and he was like, I feel like I have heard. I was like, yes, you might have. But he is a guy who really, I mean, pop music.
yeah.
He doesn't think anything about it
doesn't go
because he's
reach out
only
for it.
listening to records
Yeah.
on vinyl. And he was like, yeah, no, this sounds familiar. I was like, it should. But Aaron like knew music, and knew and like was really excited about stuff like that and would have just fucking died if he wasn't already. He would be so amped about this.
So
He really
fun.
would. He really
So
would.
dark.
Yeah.
Okay, how much time did you have after that first seizure?
We got married December 3rd, 2011, and his funeral was December 3rd, 2014.
Fucked.
So fucked. Yeah. And we've
And
been
you had a
together
baby.
for a year, you know, and it was like when you've been dating and, you know, it just feels like for me, it was like tapping every guy on the shoulder, like, are you my boyfriend? You know,
Yeah.
are you my husband? Do you love me? Like always asking like the wrong guy, like, am I the right girl for you? What do you like? Me too. Sure. And
Dating
Aaron-
is such a nightmare.
It's so bad. It's so
He
bad.
won't do
And then
it.
when you meet a person who just like likes you
yeah.
and you're like, oh, it's supposed to be that easy.
Yeah.
Like someone's just gonna like you and be
Yeah.
interested in you. And he
It's
was
bizarre.
it's so weird. He was the only person who was like, oh, you write? I want to read it.
Yeah, I'm like, you do?
I was like, you want to read my blog about leggings?
Yeah, marry you a
Yeah,
fan.
right?
My husband is
He was
my
such a
biggest
fan. That's a good way to put it. And
Yeah.
I wasn't even a fan of me. And he
Yeah.
was such a fan.
I'm like,
And
this is crap. And he's like, it's your best work yet.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It was magical. It was really magical. It was so magical and wonderful. And yeah, so we had 4 years together and we decided to have a baby, which does seem insane now. You know, so even all this stuff that we talk about in the book about pregnancy was so different for me because
You decided after the tumor?
after the tumor.
Wow.
After the tumor, I was like, he wanted to be a dad so bad. And truly, again, it's just like this magical thinking that you have to be in. I think to live through anything on this earth, even to live in the world that we live in right now, you have to have as much as a foot in reality as possible. And also you have to live like a parallel track in your mind this is the best. This is the best thing that could happen. Like if you always live every day believing that you're going to be the percentage of people who get hit by a car or you know, like get this rare brain tumor and you look at the statistics and you're like, well, 3% of people survive. Just be the 3%.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I truly was like,
yeah.
okay, well, he'll do
There's
that then.
hope. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it was an act of hope. And I think it was also an act of, I don't know, bravery on his part. I don't know if I could have a baby knowing that I wouldn't grow up or I wouldn't be there to see him grow up, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
And bravery on your part. You're like, yeah, I'll do it alone, you know,
Oh.
while grieving.
Yeah, yeah. How hard can it be? Right? How
Oh.
hard can it be to be a mom? It's truly.
And we wrote a book about
And
it.
you wrote a
We
book.
did write about yeah. And honestly, can I just say when you edit this, enough about me.
No.
No, I want to
We
know
were
everything
keeping all
about you
this.
because first of all, I still can't believe that my very smart and talented sister wrote a book. You
Yeah.
can do anything.
It's true. It's
and
true.
with someone like you helping
Yeah.
her, this makes sense now.
Yeah.
I
No,
get this.
and there
everyone
are-
was like, who's going to co-write this with you? And I was
Right,
like,
right.
right. Let's do
And
some meeting.
I'm just like fascinated by the process. I wasn't really paying attention, I guess, and then all of a sudden there's a book in my face.
I was sneaky. There was a few. We did
Yeah.
everything over Zooms.
Yep.
And this is our first day
Mhm.
of
And
being in person.
texting.
And texting and me
Yeah.
sending random ass voice notes that were like,
Mm-hmm.
my butthole's exploding. Is this a part of it? Write it down.
Yeah. And I was like, please keep sending those.
Yeah.
Like keep sending those. And if I hadn't heard from you in a while, I'd be like, can you just update me? Or I'd be writing
Yeah.
and be like, I wonder how this felt. And I'd text you and say, if you have 30 seconds, talk in your phone and tell me
Yeah.
how it felt to
There's
go
a
into
lot
that
of
doctor's
great
office.
of like that. And,
Yeah.
and
So it's just like voice
because
notes.
I started like I gave her the first few chapters was me like blah, 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 of like I've always wanted to be a mom. I watched Auntie Lisa give birth twice. I cut the cord. I told her.
I always
all
wondered
that.
why you did that. I didn't understand.
The first
that.
time
She was
was
like,
an
"Dude, you gotta go see." I was
accident.
like, "That's
It was
disgusting.
awesome, dude.
You're
It
insane.
was
She's an insane
Fucking
person.
awesome.
Just a child. Like I gotta see this pop out."
I
And
was crying hearing that story and like laughing and like typing. So a lot
insane.
of the introduction is told the way that you were saying it to me. And I've never
Yeah.
written a book the same way twice, but Meghan did come with 20,000 words, which is
Period.
almost a third of this book was, and it was very organized, very
Oh,
organized. I am so impressed. I'm so impressed with your work ethic and I'm so impressed with like your diligence. You're a really good doer.
Well,
too.
I didn't want to disappoint you.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And
Okay.
then, and then there's like
Did you
publishers.
feel like
There's
she was like your English teacher? Like,
yeah,
I have to make sure
oh,
Nora
I gotta do
approves.
this. Like I was like, Daryl, give me the night off. I gotta do this. It was just, but
Yeah.
she was so smart where she would come back and be like, what was it like when the first weeks of being with Daryl when you came home from the hospital? Like stuff like big questions, and then I'd be like, also I love this, and I'd come to her and be like, I really want to get a chapter in there about IVF and miscarriages. But she, without me even asking, she's so brilliant to be like, I'll make sure I do research and have facts. And we would ask my doctor, who's all up in the book, Dr. Sulky, and was like, tell us what it's like having to tell a person like, hey, there's no heartbeat, or like what it's like, and some of Sulky's clients she's like, she says in the book, I've had these patients since they were teenagers, and now I'm walking through them while they get married and have a baby, and trying to tell someone like that, like the heart's not beating is brutal. So, but I really wanted a brilliant person to talk about it so that it wasn't me like, that must be tough, because I've never experienced that, and I just have friends that experience that, and I'm like, it's brutal. I feel helpless. But she did everything.
No, I didn't. But that was really good awareness, though, too. I think right away when we're thinking about the book, not every book is like this, but like a clear structure emerges for a pregnancy book, right? It's like,
trimesters.
There's trimesters, and then there's the 3 months after, the fourth trimester, which is like really when you are like your introduction to like actually mothering.
Breastfeed.
Oh, I'd like the minute you talk about it too, this all day I've been like, or like
I just got my pumps in the mail and my boobs are throbbing.
and
I was like,
everything
not
got-
yet.
I haven't had a baby in like 7 years, and now all the gear is better, and I'm so
gear's-
bummed. Like,
Dude, there's an app.
Missed
on
out
my
on so much
phone.
technology.
I'm
so
so
much, or even
excited,
just
dude.
like I was dragging a wagon. Now you have push wagons, like that the kids buckle into, and they can face each
I was
other.
like a wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
What
mean
is
a
it called?
bougie stroller?
Yeah, but it's like a wagon. I'm like, but it's got and then
Yeah.
a drink holder for
Yeah.
you, and then
Oh,
they can
yeah.
face each other. You can put your dog in the
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
You can put your bed, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Luxury.
Yeah, I was like, they were in a Costco wagon that like
Fuck yeah.
just.
You
And I'm
were
so
just
tall, and I'm
pushing
like
them.
hunched over, dragging them. They're
Yeah.
loose. They were loose
And
children.
Amazon, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do a lot of Amazon shopping growing up because I didn't know how cool it was. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, I need a breast pump tomorrow.
Well,
Send it.
it's a totally different website now. It's insane.
right?
You
It's
can
like
get,
culier.
Yeah,
it's just
It's just
they've
next
taken
day
over the world. You
delivery.
can get anything
Yeah.
you want.
yeah,
It's really
Today.
nice.
yeah.
So I'm pretty much ready for the baby to come, and I got 2 months.
I know. I didn't know. So there was all the gear you were describing. I was like, that is new to me and news to
Really?
me. And also, I forgot so much about being pregnant. Did you forget it?
It's just like different things that I got. I don't remember this, know. I'm getting so much pain earlier in this pregnancy that I'm like, I just have a bellyache all day. I don't remember being in this much pain. Like I know on the car rides, I remember if there was a bump, I'd be like, oh, you know.
I don't know. She'll
But
say
it's-
something or complain about how she's looking. I'm like, did you forget you were just pregnant? Like, relax, dude. But I feel like you do forget.
He watched me try to take a picture of it, and he's like, nah, it's like trying to take a picture of the moon, It looks so big in person, and then when you
The
take
phone
a
doesn't do it
picture-
justice.
true.
Like,
It's-
it's
that's a
I was
massive.
like, leave me alone.
That's a
But
really
she's in a
good
tight sweater.
comparison.
Yes, I go, what's up, Dr. Evil?
Yeah, he's like, you look.
But I feel like you forget everything.
Well, because
and you got to do it all over
You've never
again.
had a big belly like this, and it comes so fast.
Right.
I feel like Santa Claus when overnight when he gets really
Yeah,
fat,
yeah.
has a
And he's in the
belly,
mirror and
and
he's
he's
just
just jiggling it, and you're like, will this ever go away?
And then
It's a
in
shock
there-
every morning. You're like, oh my god.
And then in there is a person
A
that you're
per-
gonna meet,
bones.
and then you're gonna meet that person,
Who's
but you have an
punching the
idea of
shit
who
out
that
of me.
person is, but that person is gonna be someone completely unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that wild?
My mom is
It's
like, how
wild.
crazy
Like-
is it that they don't exist? And then we're gonna be at a place where it's like, how did we ever live life without them?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like what is life without Riley?
yeah,
Yeah,
And he wasn't there forever. Like what?
yeah.
it's insane.
No,
I was
yeah.
watching the pregnancy reveal, right? And I loved watching your brother's reactions.
Oh, I'm Kelly Clarkson.
yeah.
What did I do?
No. When sorry.
Oh, the
But-
pregnancy reveal.
Yeah.
Well, I did
when
Kelly
you
Clarkson
told
on the
everyone,
first one too. When we told you that I was pregnant, and I was like, you were like, I'm wiping my ass. We're not
I
the
forget that.
cutest family, but you were like mid shit.
Was that for
It
Riley?
was after we took a hike with Tommy. It was that day.
Oh.
I went and pissed on a stick. Pissed on a stick, yeah. And I
A pregnancy test, to
literally
be
was
clear. Not
about
just
to-
any stick.
Yeah, a pregnancy tag. And I went to take a shower because I was sweaty and gross from that hike. And I was bitching on that hike. I was like, I'm fucking tired. And
Yeah,
you were
that's
like,
a tough
well,
hike
you
for you.
gained 15 pounds from COVID. And I was like, everyone has. Shut up. And then and then I turned off the shower and was like, we got to tell everyone now. And I put on a robe over my sweaty, gross body. And I ran to your bedroom and you were screaming, I'm taking a shit. Like, I'm mid-wipe. And I was like, it's an emergency. And across the hall is Justin, my younger brother. And he's like, what? Is it your pregnancy test? Like, we all know what's going on. I was like, no, just get over here. And I filmed it and it was
Yeah, we had a
traumatic.
pretty poor reaction.
You're better than Justin. Justin's like, oh yeah,
Well, because it
you
was
were like,
every day. She was like, I'm pregnant. Every day.
This is what I do. Even on this round, I was like, if I'm pregnant, I'm conceiving now.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, if it's happening, the science is right now. And they were like, shut the fuck up.
It's too much.
But this one is iconic because this, I know exactly when it implanted because I was bleeding and I thought it was a period.
Yeah.
The day that I performed Made You Look on Fallon.
Oh.
And I did a TikTok that was like, fuck, when you get
Yeah.
a period and you have to perform on
Yeah.
TV. And it wasn't a period.
Yeah.
It was a blessing.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, that's when I implanted.
Isn't that wild?
It's
Now
so
you have
cool.
that video is out there.
Yeah, and I can go
And that-
back and be like,
yes,
that was the day I implanted
And your baby will be like,
at
yeah,
Fallon.
I'm in there somewhere.
I'm being cooked.
Those are
right
my
there.
cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait to go back on Fallon and be
Yeah.
like, dude, over there on that stage is
Mhm.
where I
That's-
conceived.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
legendary.
pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This baby's already famous.
I feel like I was extra hyped though. The great reaction was when we found out Riley was a boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Because they were certain. We
Yeah.
were all certain it was a girl.
Yeah.
And then by the way I was smiling, he's like, the way you're smiling,
Yeah.
dude, it's a girl. And I was like, you're going to love this.
Just smiling so I don't
like,
cry.
It's a
Right?
fucking
I'm
boy.
smiling through my tears. I really pictured a girl. Like I would tell people like, it's a she.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got boys, you know?
So constant like voice notes, messaging, Zoom calls.
Wow, way to bring him
Zoom
back,
calls.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Way to
he's
catch
good.
that thread.
Yeah,
Your
he's
brain is
good.
fine. I mean
Your
it.
brain's fine.
Your brain is fucking fine.
We
We
were
were telling
just saying
Nora
it
I
before
was
how
sober for almost 2 years now in June.
my brain's broken.
No, it's not. That's really good.
Don't give
That's
him
really
that.
good. Also, if
Whatever.
anyone makes
He's
fun of me for
fine.
having like hair underneath my headphones, it's because when I tuck my hair back, I don't like
Oh
my face.
no,
so
I
just don't-
usually do that. I just
Okay,
don't want
yeah.
marks for the next step
Yeah,
thing
yep,
we
yep,
do.
yeah. Mhm.
No one's gonna make fun of you. You look
Everyone's gonna make
You're
fun of me.
perfect.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah, I was like,
God.
for what?
Nora.
I don't like. I posted something about being on at a Taylor Swift concert, and someone commented, "You're too old to be at a Taylor Swift concert." And I was
False.
like,
What?
I was
That's
like,
why Taylor Swift runs the world.
I was like, I'm like
all ages, and you're
6
20
years older than her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Relax.
You're like, I went to school with her. Stop.
yeah. First of all, like we're almost peers.
Yeah, we're friends.
Um,
God.
Okay, so your brain is fine, Ryan. If you could hold on to that thread while we literally went 900 directions, that's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, it's
Because I was lost in
Yeah.
these thoughts, and I was like, I don't know where we're going
I
or how we're
told him,
gonna
I
get
was
back,
like,
and
we'll,
he did it.
we'll just chit chat for
He-
hours.
he
It'll
went-
be fine.
You did a good job.
that's
That was
why I'm
really good.
here. Co-host
I
material,
wanna
baby.
ask you because I don't know this stuff,
Yeah.
and I didn't know going in. I was like, so can I tell people about you? Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
no,
know
you
what
can. Yeah.
ghostwriter was,
Yeah.
or like I just tell people you co-writer because
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah, I think
so much work
the
for
word is
this.
collaborator. now.
Collaborator.
People say collaborator.
Sick. I love that.
Yeah,
She's
and
my
it's
collaborator.
up to you, honestly. But I
Yeah,
also
I hated
like,
that.
and
I
this
was
is
like-
really generous of you. But like I was telling everyone on your team, I was like, I don't want this to be about me. Like you
Bro.
really like that. My job
Every day
is to
I was
make
like,
it
hey,
be.
can you give me a full photo shoot of you and a full page
Yeah.
about you?
So this is
She was
unheard of.
like-
Like this usually doesn't happen. The way that she's like Nora's.
Yeah,
right
I was
there
like,
with me.
no, you don't have to do. She's like, so I was thinking, like, actually, the book is like a picture of you holding me as a baby.
Yeah. I was like, come to the shoot. She was like, no, absolutely fucking not. No, I don't need a page. I don't need anything. And I was like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Isn't that how it
It's
always
just
goes
very
down?
unusual.
Because
I don't know.
sometimes there's a ghostwriter where like
Mhm.
nobody is allowed to know
right?
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Even though I
I'm
would say,
loud
like,
and
most
proud
people
when-
know.
Yeah,
You know,
they
like you pick up
Right.
some books
everyone
and
to
you're
know
like,
how this is brilliant
Yeah.
because I don't want them to hear me talk and be like, she wrote this. Like, I want them to know there's brains behind this.
but
Besides
you
my
are
brains,
you
but-
are also you do have a very good brain.
Thank
You have a
you.
very good
I'm
brain,
doing
and I
something
really
right.
do think that people don't know like how wonderful you are. But I'll write that in a
Thank you.
letter to you.
Yes.
Because I don't know if it would embarrass you publicly, but like you really are. Like you really are. It's really
You hear that
incredible.
shit?
And also, here I'm going to say something too.
Say
Again, I'm going to say it in just for your sake, for everybody's sake too, is a lot of voice notes, a lot of texts, a lot of also I would write something out in a Google document. We would talk for maybe like sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 2 hours. I'm writing and writing and writing and writing while she's talking. She hangs up. I'm rearranging it, making it into less of a conversation and more of like, here are all the beats of the story that she was telling me, but also we talked about 900 other things. Send the document to Meghan. Meghan immediately learns how to log into Google Docs.
I'll figure it out.
Like honestly, I don't want to disparage another technology company, but Google is the easiest way, right? Everyone can see what everyone's done.
Yeah.
You can see who's in the document and
It's
would
great.
literally just type in, right? Like, I would never say this, or this isn't quite how I do it, or just write over it and rewrite sentences, which is the kind of the ideal situation.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah, it really was. It was like the most ideal like writing experience with both of us having busy schedules and not being able to be like, we're going to go on a retreat for 2.5 months.
Yeah,
Do people do that?
Some
do people
people
just
do.
escape?
Yeah,
It's like
reality?
when people write albums in the Bahamas.
Yeah, and they're
they
like, I'm
do.
going to go.
And I'm like,
and
what?
no, you and I are like, we have other things to do
Yeah, I
and
was
we
like, I
work,
got
but we
shit
also
to
know
do.
how to work and we know how to do what we
Yeah.
do. So like, I'll do it here. You'll do it here. We'll meet here.
Yeah.
And then this thing will come out of it. And that's a cool way for a brain to work. Truly.
Yeah.
And like not everyone can do that, but you can. I can, but on different
I
things.
was like,
I
just
can't
teach
write a
me
song
how
with
to
you.
do it because I was like,
Yeah.
once we like officially had a book deal, I was like,
Mhm.
okay,
And what's the next
what do we
one?
do
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Like how? When's our due date? Like
Yeah.
and in school I was always good at like we got a project, it's due
Mhm.
this day, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
So
And
I
you
think
and I
that's
are
why it
both
worked
very
well.
similar and like we do take responsibilities seriously.
Yeah.
Like if somebody
Oh,
like I wanted to
even-
die that I was 15 minutes late today, but just so everyone knows, if you were a person
Same.
who gave me the finger yesterday driving in LA, join the club. There's many of you. I was driving the speed limit. I'm taking a left. Sorry.
Driving, dude.
I
Get an
love
Uber.
so many people. A woman in a white BMW convertible through the ceiling.
Oh my
was like,
God.
I literally
I was like,
cry.
I'm literally allowed to take a left. I was like,
No, don't.
I hope
don't
you
drive
get where you're
there.
going.
Did you watch the show Beef by chance?
I was like, this is how beef
That's how
started.
Beef
I
started.
just finished it. I
That's
was
how
like,
Beef started.
And I was like,
I'm
should I
about to
follow?
start last
You
night,
have to
but
watch
I'm
that
not.
show. It's the best show I've
It's
watching
seen
it
ever.
tonight.
so
I'm watching it tonight.
good.
I'm watching it
It's so
tonight.
now I
Watching it
want
tonight.
Ali Wong to be in everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
She's a
Everything.
phenomenal actor.
And the way that you can see like the rage
Yeah.
crackling behind her, but just the
and she's fucking hot.
she's so good. She's so good, and it's such a
Got it all.
good. She's got it all.
She's got
She
it
really
all.
does have it all. She really has
Great
it all.
show. Sorry.
Great show. And I was like, yeah,
sidetracked.
this is how beef started.
Yeah.
If you were a person in LA, I'm sorry that I'm.
It's funny when people flip me off. I just give thumbs up.
I know.
Smile.
I always go like this.
Yeah, oh,
like,
peace out.
Meanwhile, I'm fucking crying. If I
Yeah.
get honked at, I cry for the week.
Okay, I'm making a bumper sticker. I'm going to send it to you because I had this idea last week. It says, "Don't honk, I'm already crying."
Oh,
that's
really
good.
good.
Because I'm also like a sensitive. I'm like, okay.
I'm doing
like,
my best.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take a left.
And it's
okay?
always if I'm like too slow and I'm
yeah,
like,
I'm always going to go slow.
I'm not gonna die on the
no,
road, bro.
in these
Not
canyons,
in
are you
these
kidding me?
streets.
No.
You go off a cliff.
Yeah, the speed
It's not
limit
like-
is 20. 18's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 is plenty.
Yeah, we're doing
18
hard
is
turns.
preferable.
Here. And I have
Okay.
children.
Yeah, you have children.
I got kids in
You
the
have
back.
children. It was just me, but I was still like, I would like to live.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, where were
You guys are on routine and how you guys are
Oh,
love
routine. Yeah, we both.
and love like
Holy shit.
responsibilities.
What's
And
the
you,
month
he's
He's
you're
good.
born?
His brain is fine. Pardon?
When were you
December.
born?
December. I'm a
Oh.
Capricorn.
Bitch, so am I.
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
why we're
mhm.
the same person.
We love deadlines.
We love a deadline.
And like we got the outline of the deadline. I sent them all to you. I think I put them in our calendars and you're like, oh, I love deadlines. And I was like, me too. Let's meet them all.
also,
and
we
we
and
did.
we did.
Crushed
we
it.
was
And
early.
that is rare
But
in
there-
publishing.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like there's editors, and then we had different editors, and we would call each other and go, "Why are they taking so long?
Yeah.
like,
Right.
are they not as pumped about this
Yeah.
as we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's like they
we do it
build in
immediately.
they build in deadlines assuming we'll miss them.
Yeah.
But we didn't. So they
And
had
they were
this
like,
cushion
"Uh-oh."
built in.
gotcha.
because it's assumed we wouldn't meet
And
this
these
guy.
are
We're
these
just
are the
like,
these are the editors that
yeah,
you send
yeah.
it
So
to?
they know, like, they know like things happen. So like they're just they're building in these deadlines, assuming we're not going to meet them.
Yeah, and
But
they
we
thought
did.
wrong, bitches.
But we
You
did.
guys
Yeah.
are fucking rock stars.
But we did.
And
I
in
think
this,
sorry,
you go ahead.
Well, the hardest part about putting this book together was the artwork.
Oh, really?
For realsies.
The pictures?
It was hard finding the pictures. Nora's like, these are great. Where's the first original picture? And I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
yeah, yeah.
Honestly.
Because the screenshots, and I
'Cause
had a
the
new phone.
Yeah.
like, I'm a
quality of the
different bitch. I got a
images.
new
Yeah.
phone
And it
over
has
here.
to be in a certain
She's
format.
like, I'm sorry. I'm the messenger.
I'm
Don't
the
fucking
messenger.
hate
I don't
me. And
know
I was
any
like,
of this
Nora.
stuff. I'm a dumb person when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. And
We pulled out
you're like, what
old
color pink it is?
phones.
I'm like, I have no idea. Yeah, everyone like this picture is so great.
Because I do it
We
with my
can't find the
albums, and I'm so
original.
picky,
Yeah.
and then I'll get my
Yeah.
album and be like, that's not what I asked for. And then,
Yeah.
like, going from online to printing it on paper is
Yeah.
my living hell.
I know.
Because it'll be a different color, and you're like, nah.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
also, like, I wanted a clean cover. Like, this is my dream cover.
Yeah.
And I kept Nora on the loop on all of it. I was like, this is cool, right? She's like,
Yeah.
this is great. Why am I a part of this? And I was like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
fucking all over
Yeah.
this book. What do you mean? And then, but there were so many things of like, a lot of opinions were worried that it looked like a toddler book or that it looked like you
Yeah.
couldn't see my legs. And I was like, trust me, the people
Yeah.
would love this.
Yeah.
And I
So
get
good.
so many
Yeah.
compliments on
And
it.
I've no I can't take any credit for that. The cover and the design stuff. You really do have a vision. You have a vision and you know how to do it.
Yeah, but she likes to check in with the people that she trusts
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
knows what good
and, like,
stuff
after-
looks like. And
After I read, like, you were like, hey, this is the final edit. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. I read it twice. And then I said, I need all of you to read this and
Yeah.
give me notes. Ready, set, go. Like,
Yeah.
anyone in my house.
I
was
know.
like,
I loved your
read
mom's
this, get
notes.
my
Kelly.
mom.
Can't
Kelly's
get enough of
notes.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah. I didn't recognize her on the steps. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, you
She's
look
a
so
child.
familiar from here to here,
Right.
but there's not a way you could be Megan's mom.
At one point we interviewed her for the book too,
Yeah.
because we were like, what were your
Yeah.
doctors telling you back 40 years, 30 years ago? Back in your
I'm
day.
This is the
30,
reveal where
dude.
you find out Meghan Trainor's 56 years
Yeah.
old.
Well, my mom, like, she's 55 and she looks 20, and she
Not
had
even.
us at 23. So I was
Yeah.
like, we know what Nana's doctors. We were asking her what Nana's
Yeah.
doctors were telling her back then, and they would like put you to sleep
Yeah.
and make you have the baby, like, because your body will get it out, you know. But they were
Whoa.
like, go to bed so you don't have to think about this. It was so fucked.
spooky.
And they would
Isn't
tell her, like, make sure you smoke ciggies and don't get fat, you know.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Yeah, my grandma was like, "Oh yeah, you smoke a cigarette, you're gonna have a small baby."
because
She was always like, "If your baby's,"
Cigarette, have a
because it
little
has
kid.
problems.
she's like, "Yeah,
Oh my god.
she's like, you'll keep your weight down."
It's good for all of you.
Yeah, and she's like, if your
Jesus.
baby's teething, you just rub a little whiskey on
I
there.
got told by an older
I mean,
gentleman.
that still
Gums.
exists.
An older
I'm like, yeah, they'll
gentleman
pass
the other
out because
day.
they're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Baby's
you're
drunk.
dragging
Yeah.
them. I was like, there's these new really cool, like, natural things we'd have now. We could do those.
It's like bourbon. Yeah. That's,
So our mom Kelly got to put in like what she learned as well, like her input
Yeah.
of.
yeah.
Does it explain what happened to me when I was born or no?
Also, like, we should have.
No.
I think, did we put in there at all? He got vacuum sucked out.
Oh,
From
wait.
her little
Vacuum
hoo-ha?
sucked out, wasn't breathing. They're
Ah.
about to chop me out to Boston.
She was
No.
like,
But then,
don't let me look
but
at
like
him,
an
I bet he'll
old school,
die.
Oh,
doctor just picked me up
yeah.
by the ankles and
Slapped
smacked
ya.
my ass.
Yeah,
and I
that's what they
started
did to
breathing.
me.
And you were like,
I didn't get vacuumed though. I just
like,
shot
fuck
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm up.
Wow. Yeah, my dad was like, "Yeah, your cry was like so pathetic." I was like, "Oh God, a dead baby."
Oh, I would love a cry, dude. I
Yeah.
didn't hear any
I
fucking cries
know,
when my
I
kid came out.
know.
And I remember everyone online when I was looking up like what their experience was. They're like, I was just waiting for that cry. And when I finally heard it, I knew all was well.
Yeah.
And then I was so drugged up in my C-section, which we talk about all in the book.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be a cry. What
Yeah.
the fuck is a cry?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's
there's
scary.
no cry. There's no
Yeah.
nothing.
Spooky.
I know, and you're
Yeah, and I was like,
alone. You're alone. You're alone.
And Daryl was like looking, but trying to be like, it's fine. He's so handsome. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Oh,
and
God.
they were just smiling at him. They're all paid actors.
Yeah,
They were like
yeah, like-
smiling. They were like, everything
Wow.
is so good. He's a little purple. So we're going to bring him up to the NICU.
Which is the
Daryl's
best
like,
place.
yeah.
And we only bring the best babies up there.
He won
Oh
the special
my
award.
God.
Daryl's like, I don't know, he's smiling at me, but I think it's bad. Like,
Yeah.
And you guys had such a surreal experience because it was during COVID, like peak COVID.
Yeah.
and,
Like they were
that's-
like, it was so weird because I had to get tested for COVID, but my husband didn't have to get tested.
Interesting.
like,
yeah.
Are your nurses tested? And they're like, yeah, once a week. I go, I'm about to have an open fucking wound.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
test day of? And they're like, sorry, we
Yeah.
only do it on Mondays. I was like,
Can we get a Monday
I remember
C-section?
that being
Yeah.
shitty. I was like,
it's kind of bizarre.
I
hope we're good.
But it's going to be such a unique experience in this book forever because, I mean, hopefully nothing like that will ever happen
I
again.
know, right?
But yeah.
I mean,
that's-
this time around, I'm like wondering because I booked my C-section. I'm doing it all again, but I'm wondering if my mommy can come visit.
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
or
right?
be there
Could
with
you
you.
imagine?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, in
And,
the
like, or
C-section,
you
it's
being
only
able
the
to, like-
husband.
I got to
really?
film it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like so many doctors and it's a
that
tight
makes
room.
sense. Yeah.
And
that
I'm on a
makes
little
sense.
board. There'd be like no space
Yeah.
for them to stand, you know?
Yeah. The best part, I mean, not the best part, but one of the best parts when we were writing that part, I was so sad writing it because one of the best parts about having a baby after you go through this thing is like laying there in that hospital bed and then receiving all your friends and
With your
family
favorite
and like
people.
and honestly when like seeing my brothers hold my sons
Oh, it's
like
the
just
best.
it's the best.
That's
It's the
why I
best.
almost contemplated
Yeah.
a home birth.
Yeah.
So that, and I was like, you'll all have pom poms. You'll
Yeah.
say 10, 9, like cheering me on. He's like, do I have to? I was like, yeah.
No,
and
I'm
you're
glad
gonna
you
film
didn't.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Ryan,
But,
you had been like
thank fuck that
scalpel,
kid was breached.
scalpel, guts.
Yeah, guts. Almost there,
Yeah.
baby sis.
Just holding it.
Where's this baby?
Dude, I saw the other day.
Oh.
I know I found out on accident. I kept watching it. I should have moved on. But like, why there's tugging in a C-section?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Which nobody warns you. It's only one factor. You don't want to know?
I do want to know, Tom.
Okay, the abs. Because they don't cut in them. They pull them apart.
No.
I moved on. I didn't get full details, but they're like, so one sticks a finger in and the other, and I just, like, they're
Keep
open
it in
heart
medical school.
Yeah,
Keep it to yourself.
I could never, dude.
No.
I want to be
no.
a doctor and save lives, but I could never.
Mm-mm.
Because I fucking asked them. They lied to me, dude.
Yeah.
I sat on that table and I said, am I going to be like moving? And they were like, no, you're numb.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're getting thrashed
bitch,
around.
I was a dead whale on the beach and they were yanking me. And Daryl's like, you're okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
We
don't
love
look.
this. Yeah.
It's gotta be bad.
I
Like,
can't imagine D-Money in this
also the
situation.
noise. I got told by like the day before by one of my friends who had a C-section. She's like, she's Southern too, and she's like, just so you know, you're gonna smell yourself. And I was like, what do you mean smell myself? Burning flesh. And then she's like, you gonna hear shit. And I was like, what do you mean I
Yeah.
can hear? And like,
you need like headphones.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I fucked up. I
Yeah.
fucked up. Here's what you don't do. This is what I did. They were like, do you want to play music in the speakers? Always say yes. Because we had a little iPhone and I said, Daryl, just play this song. He plays it and this is how, as loud as it could get. But I looked at the anesthesiast, whatever the fuck the name is, and was like, hey, dude, just give me a heads up when they start. I want to know when it's starting. Because I pictured a doctor like, little slice,
Yeah.
you know? Little
Yeah. You wanted to picture that.
scalpel. I wanted to not hear it. And
Yeah.
then as I'm asking him, you hear zzz, and he goes, "Oh, they're starting." I go, "They're sewing me open."
Jesus, bro.
Yeah,
That's insane.
So that's how it started, and I was like, "This is gonna be fucked." But I can't wait to do it round 2. In hot July, it's gonna be so good. Everything that happens to me in this pregnancy, I text her and I go, "Yo, this second book is nuts."
I know. I have a little file. I got a little
Really?
folder. I have a little
Good.
folder. Yeah.
You know what I think?
What do you think, M-Train?
I think the key to a good wardrobe is versatility. And that's why I'm so obsessed with my Newly. They sent me this gorgeous, I think it's called Serendipity,
Ooh,
fuzzy
serendipity.
V-neck, nice and low V-neck sweater. And I love it so much. I'm wearing it right now. Check it out.
So
Feel
versatile.
it.
It feels amazing.
Ooh.
You've been wearing it constantly and talking about it constantly, and you do look fantastic.
I get a lot of compliments for realsies. Newly is an amazing subscription for clothing rental services, and they give me a choice of any 6 styles each month. That's a lot.
They offer access to thousands of styles from more than 400 brands in a wide range of sizes, including maternity, as you can see.
Whatever you have going on, a wedding, a dinner, a pregnancy like me, I'm 6 months pregnant. What else can you have? They'll help you find it. You could do whatever. You could be working, They'll help you find it. Well, they'll help you find what works for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus, they have fast, free shipping and returns, professional cleaning, and the option to buy what you loved at a discount.
Woo! Nuuly is a great value at $98 a month for any 6 styles. But right now, you can get $20 off your first month of Nuuly when you sign up with the code WORK20. WORK 20. All caps on that work.
Just go to NUULY.com. That's Nuuly with 2 U's and enter the code WORK20 and sign up to get $20 off your first month. That's NUULY.com. Nuuly with 2 U's with code WORK20. Nuuly subscription clothing rental. Change your clothes.
I look like a polar bear.
Yeah, so you guys are ready for part 2.
Yeah. I want to do a
If they
kid's
like
book.
this
I want to do
one,
a kid's
yeah.
book.
And like what it's like bringing a sibling into the world with another sibling. My friend's going through it now, and her toddler is a little younger than Riley by like 5 months, and she was like, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like the new baby was like, when they were giving the new baby the bottle, the toddler was like, I was like, is he still on a bottle? They're like, no. Just refuses to let us feed this one. And I was like, fuck.
Do you remember like anything about having
We were a year
Meghan come?
apart.
I
He was a year
know.
old.
I know. I am only a little over 2 years older than my little brother, and I just have this vague memory of him crying and me looking at him and being like, why? Like, we had a good thing. Our house was
God,
good.
it's loud.
You know, and I was just like,
yeah.
this guy? Like,
When's the first memory of having me?
I don't know.
There's
I
cute
feel like
videos of us.
I
There's
can
so many
remember
cute
Justin
pictures of
laying
him,
on
like,
that blanket
squishing
on
you.
the floor
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
were kids.
There's videos of like we're like the same age. We're both on a sippy cup, and he's like petting my hair as I'm sitting in his lap, and we're watching TV together.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I was his little doll.
yeah, like a little buddy.
It was so cute. We were so cute. And then the next one came in, but he was also such a big kid that he always looked like 4 years older than us.
Yeah, and we liked to like have WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
would get hurt.
Same.
Wasn't me.
He would always
Yeah.
hurt us on accident.
I
We'd
Yeah,
be like,
just a
I
big,
know.
big
it was
boy.
like, what's that book? Tom or something, where the big boy he kills the puppy.
Oh, he kills the.
Of Mice and Men.
Mice and
yeah,
Men.
that
Yeah.
was him.
That
He
was
didn't
me,
kill
yeah.
us, but we got hurt.
The mouse.
Yeah,
The
she's
mouse.
like,
Yeah,
it's off
just-
on a game, so one of you
Yeah,
starts crying.
WrestleMania did give us an unrealistic expectation of physical
At home
combat.
play?
You know,
Yeah.
at home play.
At
we're
home
like,
fun?
we're like, yeah, I'm just gonna body slam
Yeah.
you.
Right. No, my dad had a bell.
And they're
was
just
like,
they're
3,
such professionals.
2.
Yeah, we had the bell.
We didn't even watch it. I
Yeah.
I
We maybe
didn't know,
watched it
watched
once.
I
or
didn't know
twice.
what WrestleMania
Yeah.
was. I just
Yeah.
knew like, now we fight. So it was great. I loved siblings, and that's why I want my kids. I want 4 of them because it felt very uneven. It
Yeah,
was a very
I know
2
4's
against 1.
good. I like 4. 4's the ideal.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
have 4.
Yeah, I got 4. Got 4 the unexpected way, but
The fun way.
the fun way. Okay.
Extras.
Yeah, yeah, the fun way. Okay, you do a little merger.
Yeah.
Okay. Throw in a little surprise,
Surprise
and
one.
suddenly got 4. Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's your dream.
I keep
Yeah.
begging him to have babies.
Yeah, you should.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you
should.
should.
I
First, we gotta
I
find a lady.
could and
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
Yep. 30
You can
years
be the best
old.
dad, dude.
30's a good age. 30's a good. Your 30s are a really good decade. That's a
I've been
great
hearing that.
age.
I
That's
can't
So
wait.
far,
great-
so very good.
Yeah.
Been-
Yeah, and you're going in sober.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
winning.
which is such a good find.
Winning.
So I'm going to do a little pitch for Ryan Trainor as a potential partner.
Ooh.
Like, you want to be with someone who's already made some mistakes and lived some life. That's what you want. And you want to
Right.
settle down with someone who's already done that stuff
And done the work
and done the work on themselves. Someone who has some
Yup.
self-awareness.
because you don't want to do it with them.
You don't want to do it with them. You don't want to, like, women can't be rehab facilities for broken men.
Blah, blah,
So
blah.
find a person who has put themselves back together. I do prefer a person who's been through some stuff.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, you don't want someone too shiny.
Daryl
'Cause
was
they-
literally homeless
See?
when we met. I
Yeah.
was
And you're like,
wonderful. What have you
Yeah.
been through?
yes, exactly. Because, like, you need to be with somebody who knows what it is like to lose things. Like,
Mhm.
especially, I truly, this is overgeneralization, which is my favorite kind of generalization to make, is a sweeping one, right?
Here's when
But
she
like,
gets smart.
you do need, I think, like, you don't want a guy who's never been through anything. You really don't. You think you do. You think you want a guy who has no complications. No, you don't, because he has no practice for when
Yep.
life gets
and
hard.
when it gets hard, he'll
and
be
it's
in
going
fucking
to.
shambles.
He'll be in shambles, and you'll be like, "Oh God, come on!" Like,
yeah, like
you
now I
know?
gotta clean you
yeah,
up.
I hadn't been through anything. Aaron had his parents had gotten divorced when he was
Oh,
really little,
wow.
and it was,
Yeah.
not a great situation, and his uncle had died, and I don't know, all these things, and I was like, oh no, I looked like Macaulay Culkin in third grade. But honestly, it was a social asset to me because he was one of the hottest actors in the
I was
world.
like, he must have been so cute.
Yeah, I was like, you know what a little girl in the 90s needs? A bowl cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
A bowl cut.
I
A
had
bowl
a
cut.
fire
That's
bowl
trauma
cut.
itself.
I had a fire
They
bowl
live
cut
by
as
bowl
well.
cuts.
Yeah, just
My kid has
Keep
such
it
straight
going.
hair. When I
Yeah.
cut his hair, it's a bowl cut, and that's why
Yeah.
I get the gel. And I
Yeah.
go, no, it's not.
you have to.
It's a
You have to.
sweep.
You have to. So,
Well,
anyways,
thank you
that's
for
my-
hyping me up. Yeah, I've definitely been through some things, and
Yeah.
continue
Yeah.
to work on.
And you want
all
someone
that.
who's working on active voice, working on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, and I'm just very impressed with you. I'm very impressed with
Thank you.
So
He's
I'll
just
hype me up
wonderful.
all
yeah,
day.
I'm gonna think about who I know. I'm gonna think about who I
settle
know.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you
Yeah.
gotta do it. Because
Yeah.
he doesn't get accepted
Yeah, you don't
on
want
these
to.
apps.
You don't want to go on these apps. is
Raya
the thing.
declined him.
You don't
and
want.
that's
Okay.
for the best.
It's for the best. You don't want to go online shopping for a human being
Yeah.
and reduce everybody to an Amazon shopping list, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
you
even
don't
his
know.
profile, it's pretty bad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not you. You're better than
I
that.
never would have
Yeah,
picked my husband.
Yeah,
ever in a
I would have
million
swiped
years.
so hard when
Swiped
they
so
told
hard.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want when they showed me Daryl, and I was like, oh, I know him. I've met
Yeah.
him once as Spy Kids.
Yeah.
I went on his Instagram, and he was singing a weird song with the F word in it, and I was like, "Ugh." When I met him, he
Yeah.
was so amazing. I said, we gotta restart your social
Yeah,
media.
yeah.
Because I fucking hated you.
But we
until
love
I
Daryl
met
because
you.
the willingness to learn. He was
Yeah.
just
Now
and
he's such
change
a hot
and change.
zaddy and
Yeah.
is brilliant.
Yeah,
and
but if
makes
on paper
really
someone
good-
had been like, "Do you want a former child star with a lot
Yeah.
of childhood trauma?
Yeah.
Currently nowhere to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sings
But
weird
I
songs.
do I do
Thinks
have
he
a
could sing.
decent amount
Yeah.
of friends. I think it's just a new day and age. I just have to accept to try the apps because I think it's just a different world. And I do know at least a handful of people that met on some of these apps and
It's
they got
true.
married.
It's
and
true.
they got married.
It is true.
Our
People
uncle
do
So I don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
I figure it's
Soulmate.
just like an
Yeah.
added outlet. Also, it's nice to just get out there and socialize.
Yeah.
And it's like I can make a clear understanding with someone yeah, I don't
Mhm.
drink. I know this is
Yeah,
me. This is
yeah.
me. Do you want to go on
It's
a
nice
date?
walking
Yeah.
in.
So it's a little different that
Yeah,
way.
that's
Being
true.
like,
These
I'm
are like the
sober
positive ways I've been
for-
looking at because I've been very anti it the
Yeah.
most of my life.
And I've been like, get on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Go
Yeah.
find love.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the kids. I love being an uncle. I
Yeah.
love being an uncle, and
Yeah.
now I take care of 3 dogs, so
Yeah.
that's kind of my whole thing right
Mhm.
now. I don't know if I'm gonna add a child to that because if I don't take care of these dogs, no one's gonna. And
I'll figure it out.
No,
It's
you
just
won't.
when the baby's sleeping, we're like, get him out.
I know.
Get him
I know.
out.
We're gonna have
They're
to hire
bigger.
I
a dog
know.
walker.
They're gonna wake my kid up.
I know. The sounds that you thought were cute when
Yeah.
a baby is in the mix, those sounds become
Monsters.
unbearable.
When I fucking go up and down the
Yeah.
stairs and the baby's sleeping, there's
yeah.
like,
Stop. How hard do
like,
you have to walk?
yeah, I was like, I'm a whale. Leave me alone.
You walk on
Yeah, he's
the,
like,
on the balls of your feet. You,
tiptoe. I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Use
And-
all your joints.
And my perspective is I don't understand how necessary it is for that kid to get that nap in, but I
Yeah.
guess it is a very
It's
very-
like brain
it's
development.
important.
Well,
Yeah.
Daryl's all into it. He's
Yeah.
like, it's brain development,
Well,
actually.
yeah,
I'm like,
that-
what?
yeah. I get
I'm like,
that.
because he's not ever
Yeah.
a monster when he doesn't get a nap. He's never
Yeah.
we're never like, oh, the day's gonna suck now because
Yeah.
he's so fucking cute and a
Yeah.
delight. But Daryl's like, yeah, but his brain functions, man. It's for development. We need to do. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense that REM sleep is
Yeah.
building.
yeah,
So can we make an email address? And if you want to date Ryan,
I mean, there's
Fuck
been some
yeah.
voicemails.
Wait,
honestly.
been some
call our
voicemails?
line. What's
Oh,
our
call
what's
the
our
line.
number?
There's this one voicemail. I'll play
gotta
it right
play it.
now.
We put a voicemail up. You do this on your pod? I
yeah,
gotta listen
yeah.
to the pod.
I love
661
voicemails.
491 4363.
Listen to this.
Now.
Listen to this one. Let me make sure it's recording. Everything's set up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, I just called in about being Ryan's girlfriend.
The
but,
auditions.
if it's not gonna be me, I just think, Ryan needs a bachelor season.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
maybe
do
this
it.
man.
Yeah.
I just feel like you guys have the capabilities to have this man like a whole bachelor bachelor season.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, let me know where I need to put my application in at. Okay, love you guys.
Wonderful.
Bro, we filmed
Perfect
it and we put it
timing for
all
that
on
voicemail.
TikTok. This is
Yes,
brilliant.
this is brilliant. That's a
I wish you
brilliant
gave your
idea.
name because I would give you credit. Now you get 0 credit. Oh my
Also,
God, this was my idea.
You gotta. Can you text her back right now through this?
We
and
can.
say-
You could text her,
You
call
should
her.
text her. You should text her. Let's call her because I want to know more about her. And that's the thing. If you're gonna leave one of these voicemails, you have to also.
They don't leave their names. Like, well, you audition to be my brother's girlfriend and you
Yeah.
don't give me a name.
You have to call. Yeah.
Because the
I
name,
just-
I'll tell you right, if you get
Yeah.
a bad name, it's like,
Yeah. And this is why he can't be on the apps. Okay. Would you swipe for him if he is on the apps?
I told him I'll do it for
Yeah.
you. You don't even have to
Yeah.
do it.
Oh,
I will,
yeah.
I will run your account.
Yeah.
I will find you a lady.
Oh yeah.
And I
You
will
should
approach
outsource
you and say,
it
I think this one's good.
to
She's been
someone
chatting
who
with me
loves
and
you.
she's lovely.
Yeah. I've been
That's
sexting
how I
her for
approached it.
days.
Yeah. She's really hot and she's so into you. So
Uh,
that's how soft and emotional you are. And keep it up.
that sounds
brilliant
like my
idea.
nightmare.
That's a really
He
good
was
idea.
Like, no, I'll do it.
But this whole bachelor thing is absurd to me because it's like, what is my how
call it
I'm not a
meg matching.
bachelor. I'm like,
You look exactly like the Bachelors.
You could
Are
be
you
that.
No.
joking? You're
hi, what's
tall.
up? I'm Ryan Trainor. I'm 30 years old. I live in my sister's guest house. I'm an
Yeah.
unsuccessful Twitch gamer.
They would
I
love to
co-host a
date.
podcast. What?
First of all, I
You're
need
weird.
to
They're all like,
reframe.
they're
I
all
need to
like,
reframe.
Can you reframe that whole
Yeah, I'm
sentence
gonna need
for
to
him?
reframe. I'm
Because
gonna
he
need
thinks
to
he's
reframe.
a fucking loser.
No,
Let's
also,
start from the
God.
I'm
top.
not a complete loser.
Okay,
I just
no,
I
no,
don't
when
have
you
like a
loser-
set
Say it
career
like that,
path or any
though.
like
When you
goals.
explain it, you're like, you're getting so red. When you explain it like that, it
was the
sounds like
voicemail
you're
she made me
belittling
feel.
yourself.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and you don't need
So
to do
from
that.
the top.
From the top.
You're
I'm
a
Ryan
cool
Trainor.
guy. I'm
a cool
Trainor.
guy.
I'm sober because I figured out my life.
Yeah.
I'm sober because I was
I'm the best me I've ever been.
Yeah.
spoiled.
And I just keep
didn't learn how
getting
to say
better.
no.
And I keep getting better.
I keep getting better. I take
And
care
I'm
of a
aging
lot
backwards.
of people
Yep. I
in my
take
life.
care
I'm
of-
a reliable person
Yep. You can count on me.
and I am building
My sister
to-
flies me business because I'm a
Shut the
bougie
fuck
bitch.
up! Say it about you. Shut up. And I love
Yeah.
the
Also,
beach.
yeah. Also, there's ways to
Maybe the
contribute.
beach in months.
There's
I do like
ways-
working out. Okay,
Yeah.
health is
Health
wealth.
is wealth.
Yeah.
You know,
There's ways what, Nora?
There's ways to contribute to the world and to your family that are not just like, oh, I'm like 30 and I've like, I make all this money and I've done all these like things.
I need
like,
that to be a poster on his wall.
Like truly, because there are a lot of people who do all those things who have no interpersonal relationships or no social emotional capital with the people around them, which is truly the most important thing.
she's like
All
a
of your
walking book.
accomplishments, all of that fucking money, like, is not going to get you very far when it all falls apart. Like, you are contributing a lot to this world, a lot to your family. You're taking care of a lot of people. And in turn, it is Meghan's gift. It is a gift to Meghan to allow her to take care of you. Really.
Do you know how
Like-
much battery charge you give my husband?
Yeah.
Bro, if he's proud of my husband, it
Yeah.
counts way more
Yeah.
than if I'm proud
And
of
I'm so
him.
proud of Daryl. I'm so like my husband stays home with our kids, like Daryl.
Mhm.
The way like boop, boop, boop.
You're
Like
good.
you're a stay-at-home brother. Great. You're a stay-at-home uncle. That's great. But also
Period.
you're doing all these other things. You are also in the process of uncovering and discovering yourself. Do you think
You've
at
only just
30 you're
begun.
supposed to know that? Megan's a weirdo. Okay.
I'm a psycho.
This is the outlier. That's the outlier. Like
I'm
I
the
can't
one in a
imagine.
million, baby.
True. 1 in maybe 5 million. I'm telling you, the odds are
I think that emotionally
bonkers. I
fucks him
can't
up,
wait
too.
I need to spend like 9 hours with your mom. I need to spend like 100 hours with you. It's such a fascinating thing
We
to
get
me.
it from our mom because she
Yeah.
goes, "I'm a failure of a mom." I go, "What do you mean I'm thriving?"
Yeah, also
We're all
literally so
thriving."
offensive.
So offensive. She's the meanest person to herself, and she'll like
Yeah.
do so much to me, and she'll be like, "I literally did nothing today. I'm shit." And I'm
Oh
like,
my God. I heard
therapy.
I heard at that table that I was at for 20 minutes, you contributing to your sister's career in very substantive ways that you don't even see because it's just like you're just thinking about things. Your mom thinking 4 steps ahead about where you're going to be in 3 days and what you might need so
Yup.
that you can do
She's literally
these high
packing my
level,
bags.
beautiful things. Like, I don't know, like it is a
No,
gift
and then I
to each other to need each
Right?
other.
And
it really
we
is.
tried to explain that to him in another podcast with another
Yeah.
amazing guest that comes out next week. Check it out.
And I listened to this podcast and I was like, I've been looking forward
Ryan,
to this to be like,
she
Ryan,
actually
okay.
watches us. It's weird.
Yeah, I do
and
love
she-
watching it.
We're always like, "You what?
I
You
watch it,
us?"
yeah.
And then
She's
I'm
like,
honored.
ew, why are you doing that?
I was like, "It's not good. Don't do that. It's great."
It
and
is
then,
really good. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'm
I'm
gonna connect this.
We
right.
talked
Yeah.
about it. We talked about
Yeah.
And he starts freaking out because my team was like, what does he do for you? And I was like, oh, besides taking my pictures and traveling with me, he like walks me off a cliff. He makes big decisions for me. And I trust him fully. He's not my yes man. He's my like, here's what you should actually do. And he's always right.
Yeah.
And
I don't know things.
And he goes, wait a second. Are you paying me to be your big bro? And I was like,
at the end of the day, I'm like, you're just paying me to be your brother.
And we were like, some people don't have a good relationship with their big bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But
and
it's
they can't ever work with their siblings because they'll kill each other.
Yeah. I know it is. This is really rare.
I'm not paying you to be my big bro.
No.
I barely even pay you.
I know.
Stop.
Well, it's
Just
also
let you live here.
Yeah. I don't know what's
I pay to live here.
Yeah.
But it's your money, so it's like a recycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
In and
works.
out.
It's in the ecosystem.
Yeah, so if I could find like a lovely lady that would fit into this puzzle, that would be
Yeah, that's
that'd
the
be cool.
problem. That's the issue.
Where are the unscripted producers on this?
I
Like,
know,
where's
it's
that?
just
Like, you
us.
got to find, because it's not, you aren't marrying Ryan Trainor.
No.
You're marrying the trainers.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what was so hard when I was dating.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, so you're going to meet these like two very Massachusetts asshole bros. And you have to get their approval.
Yeah.
And he was out of town when Daryl came into my life. And like we were together every day and he moved into my house. And so we just all warned him. We're like, oh, Ryan's the last one you have to meet. And he's lovely and nice. Yeah. But he'll like, at the time, he was the alcoholic Ryan, like that could like Massachusetts pick on you and we'd all laugh.
Well, regardless if there's booze in my
Loser.
system or not, I'm gonna. Daryl's the type of guy I would pick on for sure. Like,
Oh, he was a squid. And so when he came in,
not-
Daryl goes, so you're the guy I'm supposed to meet. And I was like, wrong, failed, like immediately failed. What are you doing? Shut your mouth, look down. Like, but he was great. And then Ryan's like, how long is this? When is it?
Okay.
And then I
you're going to marry
realized
all
he
of
was-
us.
Yeah, you're going to marry all of you.
So we're looking for a lady who's cool, who can marry all of us.
Yeah, this is a show.
I'm going to treat you right, girl, though. I'm going to take.
This is a show.
This is a show.
This is a show. This is a show.
Is this our other TikTok show? Bachelor?
Yeah.
Morphed into this.
Yep.
Married to the trainers.
Married to the trainers.
Comment below if you want to see this happen.
Dating the trainers.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
so
how we
sorry
could sell
for
it.
anyone that's going to attempt to enter this.
Yeah. Or something.
Situation.
There's something in
So he
training.
agrees.
There's like some
So
word
he
plan
approved.
in training, right? Like wife in train. No,
Ooh,
I don't
ooh,
know.
ooh,
I don't know.
ooh,
I don't know.
ooh.
I don't know.
Give me that book shit. Come
I know.
on. Titles.
We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out. But yeah, I don't know. Like all these contributions, right? Like for a long time, mothers, like, well, I mean, even to this day, right? Like the contributions that the unpaid labor that goes into parenting. Period.
My mom is 55 and is parenting us more than she did when we were babies.
And like there's a real value to that, and in what Daryl's doing, and like what my husband is doing, but it is not always valued. It's not always valued.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for mom recently. We always like dump all our shit onto mom.
Oh, we do. We dump. I dump all my problems on her because she's also my mom.
Yeah.
But my problems could be with her other children, right? So I'm like, Mom, fix your fucking son. He's being mean to me. And
I do
she's
that
like,
too. Oh.
why does everyone dump everything on me? She finally exploded because usually she'll take it. She's like a punching bag. It's terrible. She's a pushover like me. But this day she did not take it, and I
was like, oh no.
I was so rattled.
We broke her.
Yeah. Then I started crying and was like, she yelled at me.
And you all went back to your rooms.
No, even worse. We all went to the studio to record some ads, and I start crying and talking shit about her. And she comes down. I said, why the fuck is she here? Why is she walking in? She goes, so the mic's on, and I can hear everything.
I heard everything you said.
It was a fucking TV show. And then I start crying and laughing, and he goes,
I just go, figure it out, make up, hug.
everything's out now. It was fucked. My
It's a
mom's
tough
like,
day.
and she always yells.
Meanwhile, Pepe's on FaceTime. He's like, is everything okay?
Pepe's like, should I go? But my mom always jokes and tells me and is serious. It's like, hey, you're not off the phone or you're not muted. Until it's actually muted. Like, be careful.
And
she's like, she comes in.
Turn the phone off, turn it back on.
She comes in and is like, I told you, hot mic. Watch out for hot mics. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Mom.
Hot mic.
But it's great. Everything's out on the table.
Everything's
We
out
talked it
now.
through.
Everything's
we're
out now. You're at this table.
Yeah.
And everything's fine.
We're alive.
Unless he was not the brother. Unless it was the other.
It was the other brother.
It was the other brother.
That was the issue.
Where is he?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue.
We love
He
him.
also
He's
works for
the
me. He's
best.
like my studio guy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
produced Mother. Like he
very
does
talented.
great
Yeah.
shit. He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But he only works with me, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what it's like having a real boss out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're all very stubborn, right?
Yeah.
And
Massachusetts
we'll butt
stubborn.
heads.
And he'll try to argue with me on like on music stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who has the Grammy? You know,
Yeah,
it's tough.
some stuff that's like not worth the argument.
Yeah.
Not worth the argument.
And how old is he?
27,
That-
emotionally
okay.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's okay.
And I'm like, oh, you got to remember that like it's my song that I'm going to put out to the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if I want to sing this lyric,
Roles and
that's what I'm gonna say.
responsibilities.
Yeah,
you need to like
it's tough.
write out some job titles,
It's
make
tough
a
to explain
binder,
that. Yeah, I
have
was
somebody
like, why
run
don't we
through
give
it
him,
with
like, a
everybody.
calendar every day, like I
Yeah.
get every night. I get my
He should.
calendar.
He should.
Yeah,
He
so
should.
it's because it's hard, and it's my fault too. I cut their wings. I keep them close. Like,
Yeah.
don't fly. I'll be
Yeah.
your boss. I'll help you.
Yeah.
But then it's like there's such a blurred line there,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, well, you're not my boss. You're my sister. And I'm like, right, but I do.
Not in this
I
room.
am your-
Yeah.
yeah, right. I'm like,
Yeah.
in this space.
Yeah.
you gotta
I'm
listen to
actually
me.
more boss.
Right,
80%
it's so
boss.
tough.
20%
That is the weird part.
sister.
But luckily, they're like the best
Yeah.
guys, and I don't
Yeah.
want to bury them alive. You know,
I think it's so. I guess I never. I don't want to say. Okay, I don't want to insult anyone, but like, it's always. Okay, I just want to give everybody
Working
this.
with your
this. Okay,
siblings?
no.
What?
But okay, I've made a podcast for almost 7 years. I think. I don't know how Pro Tools works. Don't know how to edit it myself. Don't know how to do any of that stuff. I've recorded 5 audiobooks. Who knows how, right? When you were like, Megan FaceTimes me and is like, I'm working on the audiobook. And I go, well, just ask the producer about, and she goes, bitch, what producer? Turns the fucking camera and she's recording, editing, and
Yeah.
fucking mixing her own. When you get Dear Future Mama as an audiobook, Meghan Trainor pushed every button to make it.
Yeah.
I think I underestimated. I really
they
did.
told me, they're like, dude, just
That's
like,
so
yeah,
weird.
Just like lay
You're
in
a
bed.
weirdo. She's
She's talking
cra-
to things.
you're
I was like, I
amazing.
can't trust anyone. Let me
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
do
It's
it
the same thing with
myself.
like the ads. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, we could just ramble. They'll
Oh,
edit
I
it.
edit
She's
them
like,
myself.
I'll
Yeah,
edit them.
I'm like, it's fine. I'll just do it.
So
Easy.
next time I'm here, we're gonna have a Pro Tools session. You're gonna
Oh
teach.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's so many
It's so
buttons.
many-
It's so
gross
it like really,
looking.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
gross looking. Thank
like
you.
it.
That's
It's
not how
ugly. I was like, we could make this a cuter thing.
I need it to be cute because I'm
Yeah.
like, what part is that?
I
Yeah.
the only thing that's cute is you could change the colors. So I get
Oh, you can?
yeah. So
Oh,
on
there we go.
with
Yeah.
my songs have like 60. I'm like, it's a beautiful rainbow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's you. That was nuts. That was nuts.
That's
And I
so funny.
literally hung up the phone, told my husband, and he goes, "And you don't even." I was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, so you could learn it. You could
Yeah.
learn it. Because somebody's like, I can't.
I've been doing it for years since I
Yeah.
was like 13.
That's
I'm
wild
like
to me.
28.
But
Yeah.
finally in Australia,
I
we
was
got
in
her. We
Australia.
got her to accept like, hey, we have this
I was
out here
like,
for
no,
the
just get me.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
thought,
Just
dude.
record on this
I was
because she was
just
like, get me
a
in a studio. We'll rent studio
I'll
time. I
do
was
it
like,
myself.
I was like, just do it on this.
Yeah.
You don't need
They
to rent on
finally
studio.
made me
And she was like,
surrender
all right,
they
I'll
were like,
surrender.
you
It
know
was
why?
very
'Cause
hard
they're
for her
like,
to
it's
just.
due this date, and I was like, fuck, I'll never
Yeah.
get it done in time.
Yeah.
So I finally did it.
She read the
and
rest of it in Australia
Yeah.
in her
You know how
hotel
many
room.
fuck ups I did though?
Oh my God.
They're
I'm
like,
so excited.
you read this word completely wrong.
Oh, I
And
love
was
doing
like,
that. Yeah. I will read, but I must be like thinking about something else. And I will say something in a book or in my podcast, and people will be like, what were like, and that's why I think I'm losing my mind. I'll be like, what? Like you said,
And that's
yeah.
where I'm going crazy.
And that's why I think my brain is shutting down. Also, there is one mistake in the book, and it's my fault.
Which one? The lyrics to Superwoman?
Mm-hmm.
I only caught it. It's not your fault.
Uh-huh.
I should have caught that years ago. I only caught it when I was reading the
Yeah.
book, and I was like, ah, fuck. And
Yeah.
it's like a word.
I know.
Oh,
I didn't
whatever.
have the liner
Yeah, who
notes yet because
cares?
the song hadn't come out yet. So I was
Yeah.
listening to it and typing it up.
Yeah, fuck it. I
And
just
do you know
should've
how many
checked that.
lyrics I have not heard correctly? And when I look on like Apple and they're playing the lyrics, I'm like,
yeah.
what? Like,
Oh,
are you
there's so many of
serious?
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
That changes the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's a
makes a lot of
whole
sense,
different
actually.
experience.
That actually makes way more
Yeah.
sense. Okay. Okay. God. Okay. So Ryan's gonna be the bachelor.
I think that's a
I
great
guess.
idea.
Yeah, he's gonna be a bachelor.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bachelor.
because I have to be a bachelor first, and then
Yeah.
I have to be really good at it. Maybe I
Yeah.
could call my boy Nick
How do
Mile.
you be a bachelor? Yeah, we'll just call
Yeah.
Nick.
We'll call the TikTok
'Cause
show
there's a
a
book-
bachelor.
Yeah,
A bachelor.
Yeah.
I could never.
You
I could
do
never.
it.
It's no.
I'm making a real call with my manager after this.
I'm not cool enough
What
for
do we
anything
think?
like that.
What do we
We
think?
get asked so
Yeah.
many times to do a reality show, but no one in our family, like my mom's so shy.
Yeah. Sally's been here
She's
the whole
on
time.
it,
She was
yeah.
taking notes. Wow, I didn't even know that. So
Yeah,
you
they're
already
in
set
here.
up an email. Date Ryan Trainor. Okay.
Oh,
Date the trainer.
isn't that brilliant?
Date the trainers. Date the trainers.
It'll
Yeah.
be all over TikTok. Chris Olsen will run it. Chris Olsen will be the host. Get the fuck out of
Yes.
here.
I'm
Okay.
making my shirt. Leave
Yeah.
Ryan alone, and it'll be on my
Leave me
fucking
alone.
link in bio.
Nora McInerny, we don't deserve you. We don't.
Oh, I
you-
Yeah,
love
you're
thank you for
guys.
hyping me up.
freaking
You
brilliant.
made my life.
I
mean it.
said, I'm gonna bring you
mean
some
it.
women that are gonna fucking spit
I mean
knowledge
it.
at you.
I mean it. I mean
Change
it.
my life, and I'm gonna send all my people to you. Okay,
I mean it. And I really love, I love being around siblings. This is fun for
you're
me.
good at it.
I love it. I
Anytime
love
you want
it.
us on your podcast, we'll do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna email you, Ryan, once I figure out what your email is.
I was like, do you have that? I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Please get our book. We
I see
all
that's
of this
date
in the
Ryan
book.
Trainor at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what it is. Date me, please, at gmail.com. Dear Future Mama comes out. It's officially out now, right? Or what? April 25th? Yesterday. It came out yesterday.
Yay!
Get this book. Even if you're like, I'm not going to have kids for 6 years, get it. You'll be fully prepared. You'll feel great. And then you can learn about or give it to your friend for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Come on. Learn more about
Yeah.
me. TMI. My tummy hurts. There's a baby in it. Okay. We love you so much. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
listening and
guys.
watching. Thank you, Nora. We love you.
Thank you, Nora.
Bye.